Hi, I'm Jan. Welcome to Old Vine Zen. It's Friday night, and here we are all together again. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to speak a little bit before we do our meditation, which I usually do in all my meditation classes. I talk about something. Well, quite a while back, I was referred to as being pretty stoic. And I hadn't thought about it in a long time, but recently I thought, wow, what is that? Is that bad or good? So I started researching it, and that took me back to the old Roman philosophers like Aurelius, Seneca. They studied a lot on Stoicism, and a lot of their philosophy was about Stoics. And that led me not only to learning that Stoic people are not unemotional. They have a lot of emotions, actually. They're just not really dramatic people. They don't share a lot of what they're feeling, maybe with a few close people, but they just kind of deal with the things that they're dealing with. And that's kind of what stoic means. And a lot of people think it means that you don't feel anything, but it's not true. But anyway, that led me to Momento, Mori, which is they studied a lot about mortality. And they offered the philosophy, instead of being afraid of death and hiding from it and running away from it, embracing it and using the knowledge and acceptance of death as a tool to help one live a more fulfilling life. And the tools would be to create an urgency, to understand that we will come to an end, and to make every moment count. And that some of the things that we think are just terrible are really not in the totality of life. So it's kind of to understand and embrace death is to help us understand and have a new perspective of life, and that the trivial things are really not that important, to be able to see what is really important and what isn't. And so the contemplation of it is not to be fearful. If you feel fearful of memento mori, you've missed the point. The point of it is to lead us to a more fulfilling life. And that makes so much sense to me. So then I start thinking, yeah, maybe I am a stoic person, because it seems like the things that they philosophized about make sense to me. And I don't know how you feel about it, but I know that our culture, we don't embrace it. We often don't plan for it. We often think that it's something that's going to happen way down the line. And that's not always true. We have no idea. So when we contemplate it, and in Buddhism, they say contemplate it every day. Remind yourself every day so you don't get lost in the little things that upset you, and you kind of put it in the proper perspective. I like that. So I thought maybe we could meditate for a few minutes about that. So if you would sit back and get comfortable and close your eyes and just take a couple of deep breaths and settle in, and I hope that it's quiet where you are. There's not too much distraction. You can let your body start to soften and put aside everything that's happened today. And maybe your mind is still moving and going. following thoughts, but just feel your shoulders just kind of lower down and feel your hands relax. Let your hips settle in. Let your legs rest for a while. Put your feet in a comfortable position. Hopefully you don't have shoes on, but if you do, maybe you can kind of wiggle your toes and then let them be still. Let your breath begin to guide you. Guide you to a place of acceptance and just being grateful for the time that we have here. Look at it as a gift. Let the muscles in your face begin to soften. Take your time. Notice if your jaw is clenched and see if you can unclench it and relax your tongue. And we'll bring ourselves to the awareness that we're just here right now, and this is really all we have is now. And it's a beautiful time because we've been given this moment. Let your eyes soften and your eyebrows, if they're pulled together or if they're lifted, see if you can soften and lower them. And smooth your forehead of any lines of worry. And just feel your breath now. So you're not really thinking about it, you're just feeling it. And let it soothe you. Let it relax you. Imagine it flowing from the top of your head down through the face, down across the shoulders, down along the arms, into the hands and fingers, down through the back, from the neck all the way down to the spine. Just kind of flowing down, relaxing, even creating a little bit of a feeling of warmth that your breath is carrying into the belly. Let the belly muscles loosen and soften. The hips. It's a very humbling thought that we've been given this gift of life. Not everyone was as fortunate as us. So it's important that we take this life and we give it some purpose. Whatever that may be for you. That our life isn't pointless, but purposeful. To create a real perspective on that. To let this short time of our life invigorate us. To create a little urgency. To not put off things for later. To address things that are important to us and to the people around us. To live life to the fullest. Whatever that means for you. There is no judgment. Only you know what that is. As we breathe and relax, we come to an understanding through Momento Mori. How things are always changing. How things are transient. How nothing stays the same. How that understanding does not scare us, but urges us on. As we sit here together and just breathe, I will share with you something from Seneca, who was a great Roman philosopher of his time. He said, "Let us prepare as if we've come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books at the end of each day. The one who puts the finishing touches at the end of each day never runs out of time." It's a beautiful quote and it says a lot. Let us embrace each day, the good and the bad, the challenges and the successes. They will never be perfect. Nothing is. But through Momento Mori, we come to a point of gratefulness for what we have. And so we will draw our meditation now to an end. We will bring our awareness back around us, whatever is in the room in which we sit or lie. We can feel our fingers, we can feel our toes. And very slowly now you can open your eyes if you'd like. You don't have to. But I'd like to leave a tip today or tonight. whatever time it is for you. And the tip is this: tomorrow, be very conscious, be very aware of what is important and what isn't. What is worth spending your attention on and your precious time, and what isn't worth it. Because we can get carried away on the minutia, the little things that just, really aren't important in the whole perspective of life. So that's my tip. Try it tomorrow. Try it every day the rest of your life. I know I'm going to try. And I don't judge myself when I can't do it, when I find myself getting carried away on the little stuff. I'm just happy when my awareness comes to that I'm doing it. That's what awareness is. So that's good enough. So I raised my glass. I'm going to toast tonight. I'm going to toast to life, and I'm going to toast to death. I'm going to toast to reality. I'm a realist, and I know, a lot of people are, a lot of people aren't. But I think when you're looking at reality, you're not going to be quite so surprised when life happens, I think you won't be quite so thrown off when life wakes you up. So here's toasting to that. And here's toasting to you listening to this. I could talk for hours, and it's been, 17 minutes, and I'm trying to be aware of the time because I don't want to bore people. I could talk forever about life and all this kind of stuff. So again, have a good week or weekend, whatever day it is for you. It doesn't matter. It's life, right? It's all important. So I would say this: don't wait for the weekend to have a good time. Live life and have some joy every day. So, all right, I'll see you soon, and take care of yourselves. And thank you again for coming.